Hi there, I'm Samantha, the Dungeon Master for Audio Adventures, the D&D Real Play podcast you are listening to right now. In this episode, we had tried something a little new to enhance your experience as you listen to our podcast. We had tried to record our battle maps to enhance your theater of the mind battle and make it a little more visual. But as this was our first time recording our battle maps, things didn't work out quite as we planned, and we are unable to use those for the next coming episodes. We thank you so much for your patience, and we are continuing to strive to make this podcast the best viewing experience and hearing experience it can be. Now, on to the episode. Audio Adventures is a D&D 5th edition podcast that deals with possible themes of gore, trauma, and societal issues. Specific trigger warnings can be found in the description. Listener discretion is advised.
Last time on Audio Adventures, you see all four of these ladies just start to transform into large, war-infested hags. If you all could roll initiative for me.
Natural 20.
Natural 1.
10.
Natural 11.
Oh my gosh, Toom got a nat 20 win.
I'm gonna whisper over Tavis. Hey, I think I got a plan.
Why don't you give us what you have, and we won't have a problem?
All right. You win. Put my hand on Tavis's shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Fly on him. In case you don't understand, this is the signal.
I'm going to cast Fireball.
Good, you understood the plan.
Okay, a chosen creature automatically succeeds on its saving throw. Uh-oh.
So they just take half damage. You take 24 points of damage. Because the careful spell is you already succeeded your throw. And a succeeded throw for Fireball means you take half damage.
What I'm asking is, am I getting hit by both of them?
Yes.
It's okay. Just do it again.
Hello and welcome to Audio Adventures. This is a D&D 5th edition podcast that is made by friends, with friends, and for friends. And if you clicked on us, buckle up. It's going to be a crazy magic carpet ride for you and me. This podcast is used by my nerdy friends and I to escape our lives for a time and act out some pretty ridiculous scenarios. And we are so glad to have you here. A couple things before we start. Our group loves the rule of cool, so I'm sure we will get rules wrong. So if we do, please feel free to tell us in a kind fashion down in the comments. Also, if you want to contribute to the fantastical world of Seblos where this campaign takes place, please make a comment and you may be seeing that kobold cleric in the very near future, along with your name in the show as well. Now, please grab a seat and some popcorn, and let's meet our Wandering Vanguard.
Dope.
Because the careful spell is you already succeeded your throw. And a succeeded throw for Fireball means you take half damage.
What I'm asking is, am I getting hit by both of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey.
It's okay. Just do it again.
Just do it again. Please, no.
Alright, so next up is number 3.
This one?
Who? Nah, it's the one above you.
Oh, good.
It's the one that's surrounded by Ekman and Toom right now. And Toom just stabbed through her abdomen and just pulled back.
You mean Ekman?
I don't know who I just said. Who'd I just say?
You said Toom.
Toom is watching while Ekman does that.
Okay, cool.
Is what I meant, yeah. Guess figured dig it. You know, yep. This is where we're at. And that hag is going to turn her attention towards Ekman, of course, the person that just attacked. And that's cocked. Alright, whiffing the first claw talon attack as Ekman just dips underneath the claw and comes back up. And he's preparing another attack. She sort of like plunges her hand forward, and you see Ekman just kind of like go as the talons get buried into his stomach. Dealing oof. See, I'm trying to do math in my head when I shouldn't be doing that. Doing 15 points of piercing damage. So you see the hag lurch forward after she whiffs and he ducks under the first claw, and the second claw comes in and just pierces into Ekman's gut. And blood starts to pour out. And that's going to be his or her turn. Basically his. It's the same thing.
Theirs.
Their turn.
That turn.
Up next is Racist Witch.
We forgot to do wild magic for me. Should do
did we?
For my, yeah.
Nah, go ahead and do it now because it might change things.
Yeah. 4.
Woo!
Oh my God.
Roll that puppy again.
What with all the low rolls today, guys? What is happening?
Guess what? 35.
Let's freaking go. Where is my sorcerer? There it is. 35. 35. Roll a d10 for me.
D10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That would be a 5.
How old are you?
I think it was like 250. Here's my age. 220.
Okay. So this isn't. I always forget that you're an elf and that this isn't much of a issue. But you, this entire time you've been like feeling like, oh, like, you know, like when you get a little older, you've been hitting that like threshold where you get a little, like your joints get a little more like stiff. And after doing that set of magic, you feel about 5 years younger, dude.
I am no longer adult. I am teen.
You're 215 years old now. Make a note of that. I'm going to as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna... Here, I can change that really quick, like right now. I have the editor and my thing open.
Davis is now 215.
Oh no. Basically a child.
A child. You can't drink anymore, can you? No, I'm just kidding.
He's a youngin' now.
Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe that will affect things in the Feywild.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
Okay, cool, great. So, as Racist Witch is going, you finally figure out that after this last turn why you feel great. And you feel like you can do anything. And you feel a little brash, because you feel like you're pretty young now in elven terms. You're like on that threshold for elves. Like, oh, I could do anything in the world, and you just aged out of like that, and you became a little more like mature. You just reversed right back into the middle of that. You know, well, he's like
Freaking heck, no. Speaking
Elf age is weird, dude. I don't think that's a bad joke.
Elf bait. Yeah, he's elf bait. Let's be real though.
Yeah, elf bait. Again, with the theme of whiffing the first attack and hitting on the second attack, I'm pretty darn sure. What is your AC again?
I was simping over witches. 15. It's 15.
Oh dear gosh. Alright, can you take about 13 points of slashing damage?
You got it.
As you're thinking about, man, those maidens before were pretty cute. And then Rio comes to your mind for like half a second as like you like put like your chin over on one of your hands to think about her. Like the first claw whiffs your head. As you realize it, you come back up and the second one actually perches on you and does the damage.
Ow.
What a time.
Oh good. Oh good.
All of these witches, by the way, they look okay.
Oh no.
I'm just saying, they look a little charred. Nothing else. Number 2 is gonna go. Right. Does both of those rolls I just rolled for you, Tibril, were over 20?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That hits.
Can you take 22 points
I can.
of slashing damage?
You have to get to 62 damage on me. Just so you know.
Okay.
Negative 62. So how much do I take?
22 points of slashing damage.
So I'm at
And
negative
also, around this time, you guys see the fire that was on this tree has completely taken over the tree and has spread over to the next tree next to it.
Oh, good. Also, Tibril is knocked out.
Ooh.
He is unconscious.
So I'm gonna.
on the floor.
So I no longer need to keep concentration.
Nope.
No, the AC is AC gold.
So yeah, the 19 didn't matter all that much, but that's okay. It's gonna be fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I looked down at the dice and I was like, oh no. Everything's fine. And since it is now your turn, Tibril, can you make me a death saving throw?
I rolled a 10.
Oof.
Is that
Just
fair?
passed.
Okay, that's passed. Cool. I got
You
one.
need you need a 10 or above.
That's what I was thinking, but I couldn't remember.
1 success.
Yay. I need 3.
Red guest. So you just saw. You see over to your left, the fire is continuing to reach through the forest. And then over to your right, Tibril just falls down onto his back.
Red Guest is not going to be thinking straight after everything that's just happened within the last few seconds. And he's going to use his Crimson Right. So he's going to use a Hemocraft die. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is your turn. Sorry.
So he takes a bit of damage. He takes 6 damage.
Okay.
Does a full Hemocraft. But now he does 1d6 of Crimson, or not Crimson, what's the word? Radiant damage. Extra.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to try and attack the hag in front of him.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does.
Ooh. That is 15 points of piercing damage and 2 points of radiant damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to attack again.
All right.
That's a natural 1.
Oh man. Okay.
Actually, just stabs Tib.
Oh no! I won't
No,
do that.
don't give her that idea. Stop it.
Raul would rather accidentally stab himself than Tibro. Just throw it out there.
Okay. But you see. Okay. You reach forward and you pierce into the thick hide of this hag's right shoulder, and it illuminates and glows, and you can see that does a lot more damage than you think it would to her. And you pull back, and then you feel pretty thrown off by everything that just happened, and you reach forward and you're not prepared for when she slaps your sword out of your hand, whiffing it over underneath a on fire tree about 10 feet away.
Damn you. And he's going to use his brand of castrogen, because since he did hit the first time, to sear a arcane brand into the hag. So next time she does damage to me or creature I can see within 5 feet of me, she'll suffer 1 second damage.
Alright. 1, 2. Awesome.
And can I move, or is the natural 1 kill my movement?
No, it doesn't kill your movement.
Okay.
It's just unfortunate.
Would it be like rough terrain if I tried to move over here?
No, because you're on like you guys actually found like a good patch of grass clearing to like pop into. So really what is difficult terrain is what is in the trees. So you're good.
Alright. And that will be my turn.
Alright. Woo! Up to the top of the turn order. Nyx, what are you doing, buddy?
Alright, I got a plan. So, I'm going to I'm gonna try something very interesting. I'm gonna move out of the bubble. And I'm going to come up to this hag here. As I'm running forward, I'm going to pull out one of my magic beans. I'm going to shove the magic bean into her mouth.
Okay, 1 second. I wasn't expecting this to come up.
Keep in mind, all I know is they have magic in them.
No, I know that's all you know. Whew. Alright. Can you roll a D100?
I can do that. That's the percentile.
Yeah. So roll a D100 and a D10, and we will see.
I rolled a 50. And a 0, so 50.
Ah, nice. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. What is this?
What did I get?
Oh, okay, I'm looking at a different thing. Still, what is that? 1 second. Interesting, okay. Still weird. I thought it was the other one, though. Can you roll a d6 for me?
I can roll a d6 for you, Sam. I rolled a 3.
You put it in the hag's mouth. We're gonna say that that is an action that catches the hag way off guard. Just give me a sleight of hand check to see how effectively you can plant this into her mouth.
I'm good at sleight of hand. Um, 21.
All right. Boy, yeah. Okay, cool. So here's what happens. So you run forward, and upon hearing your footstep, the hag whips around, ready to fight. But you're within distance, and you shove this bean that you grabbed from this magic bat, or a magic bean you grabbed from a regular bag, actually, and shove it into her mouth. And in surprise, you see her start to gulp it down, and then after a second, you see her throat swell.
Oh, what did I do?
And you see it swell one size one time, and then a couple seconds later, a large bulge off to the right side of her neck bulges out, bulging her throat even more. And then in another few seconds, it happens again, but on the left side. And you see, like, she's looking down, she's clawing at her throat, and she's trying to, and she's like, very much the signs of like she's gasping, trying to get air down through her throat, but it looks like whatever is making her throat that large is not very obviously blocking her vocal cords.
I think the word you're looking for is asphyxiation.
She is going through the process of asphyxiation right now, and she falls over. She falls over prone on the ground, and she's wrangling around, and you hear sort of noises on the ground in front of you, and her sisters from her coven turn around, and which one is that? You see number 3 turn around and say, "Norath, what is wrong?" Oh, sorry. Norath, what is wrong? That's her voice.
And I'm gonna say, well, I have these beads. I don't know what they do, but she asked for one, so I put one in her mouth. Now she seems to be dying. So you guys can take her and leave, or I can force feed you both magic beans.
Okay, make an intimidation check for me.
Okay. Um, 18?
Okay. So you see the racist witch that just threw Redguest's sword. You see that she disappears. And then you see number 2 is trying to wriggle around, but after a second, you see that she disappears. And number 3 just looks around and then back up to you and narrows her eyes, but stays.
I would like to level my gun at her. And then that's the end of my turn.
Very nice. Tomb is just gonna kind of look at where the hags were, and then attempt to grapple that same hag again. Not doing great. And you see that Tomb wraps again his arms around this hag that's narrow-eyed, staring daggers at Nick Sprite. But as she sees the arms start to come around her, you see her blink out of existence and then over 5 feet.
So does he get an attack of opportunity? Ekman?
Theoretically, no, because it wasn't technically moving in the sense that, so like when you do like, yeah, it was more of like a teleportation, misty step, thunder step thing. Yeah. Ekman's just gonna kind of look at where she was, then up to where she is, and say, "Oh, I really want to kill you now." And it's actually his turn. He is going to actually use the swords floating above his head and make 2 more attacks. Second one doing some good damage. Doing about 12 points of damage. Or at least 12 points of slashing. So Ekman huffs out frustratingly and looks over towards Tibril and then looks back at the witch, and just his swords just seem to like all come around her, and 2 of them slash down both sides of her body. And it's kind of like a weird little sword tornado above her head right now. And he's going to say, "You need to leave before I actually lose my temper." And that'll be his turn. It is number 1's turn. She is going to flit into existence. And she's going to... You hear behind you, Nyx. "Are you sure you want to do that?"
No, I'm not. But, I don't want to die, so...
Well, simply give us your magic carpet, and we'll let you go.
Are you sure you don't want a magic bean? I think they taste good.
No.
You want to try?
No. I saw what you did to Norath.
I did nothing. I mean, she wanted the bean, so she got the bean.
Your lies don't deceive me, changeling.
As far as I'm concerned, she did want. And I gave her what she wanted.
Interesting. Are you going to give us what we want?
I don't own it, so...
Or do you... So, who owns it in your party?
Honestly, I have no clue.
Roll a deception check.
No, seriously, Nyx would not know that.
Roll a persuasion check, then.
He knows... he knows that Tavis can fly it, but he would have no clue.
Roll a persuasion check, then.
Her persuasion 21.
It doesn't matter who owns it now. We are going to own it. Give it to us, and we leave.
I mean, can't you leave of your own volition?
Yes, we could leave this place of our own volition. Give the carpet.
Okay, so bye.
I grow tired of your games, and...
Hit me. Hit me.
what... Where are your hit points at right now?
I have 78 hit points.
Okay. So, but she doesn't know that. So, you feel like a nagging sensation at the back of your neck as and then you feel like your eyelids start to like droop a little bit, but she tried to cast sleep on you, but
I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, were you trying to do something?
interesting. And that'll be her turn.
Trust me, it sucks when you can't use it.
I'm sure they have something that can help out with your deficiency problem.
Who are you saying that to?
It was a joke, just in general.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. I was like, I'm confused. Okay.
Red gets just sad now.
Oh. After that, Tavis, you are still on fire, aren't you?
Yes.
So, we've been forgetting to do this, so 3...
Crap.
8... 9, 10... Can you take another 16 points of fire damage for me?
Oh my god.
As you can see at this point, your jacket doesn't have any sleeves anymore. It is a sleeveless jacket, and the bottom of it is being ate up. And now, like, there are very large holes in your pants, and your skin is looking very much like Koros behind you at this point.
Okay. What could I do? Nyx?
Yes.
Does what do you call it? Jug have water in it at all?
Yes, sir, it does.
Would you be able to bring it over to me and pour some onto me?
I mean, I probably could.
Okay. Well.
Or would you like to be covered in a lot of mayo?
I'm not sure if that would put out the fire or not, but it might. Either way, what should I do? Should I try to fix all of my mistakes, or should I
be covered?
Exactly. Let's see. I'm going to actually... Tavis is going to ignore the burns on his hands and try to help his friends before anything worse happens. So he is going to twin his spells once again. But he is going to use... Where is it? Okay. Earthen Grasp.
Okay.
So right here and right here, two hands made from earth are gonna come out of the ground and attempt to restrain these two. And they have to...
Strength
They have to,
saving?
yeah, strength saving throw. And I believe the DC for this is 15.
Cool. So you see that both of them fail. So how does that look, Zach?
All right. So they're both gonna take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. But here I'm closer with it. So Tavis, looking at the fire, looking at his friends, and Tibble lying on the ground unconscious. He looks at the two witches and at the ground next to them, and he raises both of his hands, and he casts a spell, and out from the earth, two hands made from rock burst out and grab both of them, gripping them tight, and they're left restrained and unable to move.
All right. How much bludgeoning for each of them? 2d6?
Yeah, and that is... Do we want to use that for both, or do I want to roll again for...
You just use the same for both.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh yeah, don't forget wild magic.
yeah.
Alright, 13.
Oh no, that's accidentally clicked on it. It's 8.
Oh, it's 8? Okay.
Yeah. You guys want to know what's funnier than 28? 29. I got 29.
420.
What a time to be alive.
Stop hitting me. Okay, there we go. What is a 1, and then on the... So I got 1 on one of them and 2 zeros on the other. Would that just be 1?
2 zeros?
Yeah. So on the D100, the one with like the 20, 30, 40 numbers, it landed
I think
on
that
the
would
one
be
with
100.
100.
Yeah. That's 100.
Okay.
So there was 100, and what was the other one?
Oh, after roll 2?
Oh, I thought you already did.
No, I kept dropping my dice, and they were hitting my
Okay.
hands. 13. 13. What a lucky number.
Mark down that you regain all your expended sorcery points as you feel that you need to protect your friends. A surge of magic just bursts into you and you feel vitalized, even though you're still being burnt on fire. And nothing else seems to happen.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything else with your turn?
Well, in order to keep them restrained, I have to, I think...
Is it concentration?
I think... Yeah, I have to keep concentration on them. So... I guess that's the end of my turn.
Alright. So with that... 1 second. Alright, and next up is number 3. And with that, you see her disappear.
Frick, that means I can't force feed her beans.
Cjbeards, it is your turn. Can you make another death saving throw for me? Alright. One failure.
Crap, I was muted. I was gonna do my, Can I still do my, bend luck for him? Or is that a no?
What was that again? You do like a...
I roll for 2 sorcery points, I do a 1d4, and that adds on to their roll.
And that's for, checks?
Yeah.
Or a saving... this is technically a saving throw.
Well,
But
yeah,
a saving throw?
saving throw, checks, anything. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say that, does that interfere with your concentration spell?
I don't think so. It's a reaction.
Okay. We can say that... Yeah, okay. So go ahead and do it.
Okay. There we go.
Alright, that gets him up to a 10. So, for a second you see, Tavis, you see like a reality that is possible where Cjbeards is laying there on the ground and you can just see like his vitality start to drain out of him, and you, with the hand that is free now because the other witch teleported, or hag, snap your finger and you just see like a fracture in reality as you assimilate it into one that you like better, where Cjbeards seems to be doing okay still.
Can I say what people are seeing while my body's on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, if anybody looks closely enough, basically you see almost another version of Cjbeards, like almost leaving but being pulled back in and out type of thing. Like his soul is trying to leave his body, but it's not at the moment. I'm like, Cjbeards still able to hold it together.
Alright. And with that, technically, initiative is still in order. So, Raoul, it is your turn.
The witch is this hag is still over here, right?
Yes. There
Grab,
is still
but it's
one
still over
hag in the Earthen Grasp.
Okay. Then I'm going to.
Hey, you want to help me force feed her a bean?
I am going to use my Crimson Right, or my Right of the Dawn again. Emocraft die.
You picked up your sword, right?
No, I'm gonna do my claws.
Okay.
That's why you're playing a freaking cat. So you can still cast your Blood Hunter stuff. That makes sense.
And I'm going to. I took 4 damage, by the way. I'm going to run over and try to attack the hag. But
Go for it.
is it with advantage since she's
Yeah, she is restrained, so advantage.
so 24?
That
To hit?
definitely hits.
Okay, so that is 5 slashing damage
Nice.
and rolled off the table 3 radiant damage.
Alright, and... Alright, you rush forward, your claws bared, clearly fed up with everything that's happening, and you rush up to this large hand, earthen hand made out of stone and ground, and you see some tar leaking out too, and you just slash her, and she lights up and lets out a pained good job.
Is she dead?
No, she's not.
Okay, then I'm going to attack again.
Go for it. I forgot you had 2 attacks.
Do I still get an advantage on the second one or no?
Yeah, she's still restrained.
I forgot to do advantage on the first one, but I'm just gonna. I got 24,
Okay.
so I'll gonna take that.
Okay.
I already did it. Rolled everything. Okay. Does a 21 hit?
A 21 does hit.
Okay.
Is that a natural 20?
No.
Okay.
I wish. So that is 4 slashing damage. And
4 slashing?
Yep, and 3 radiant.
Very nice. Nice 3 radiant. Alright, and you, and as your right claw is glowing, you look over and your left claw immediately begins glowing, and you give another large and arcing slash, which tears across her right shoulder, which is facing you, drawing more blood, which starts to flow freely down her shoulder and down into the earthen grasp that is holding her. And you can see that she looks fine, but she is getting angry.
Take that.
And she's just gonna look over at you and glare at you daggers.
Red Gas is like barely standing.
Back up to the top of the turn order. Nyx. By the way, sorry,
Yes.
before I forgot one thing. You guys behind you see that the 3 trees have been enveloped in flame, and the wind is now blowing them to the rest of the trees behind at this point. The fire seems to be catching.
Hey, you know what? If we go inside the tiny hut, we'll be fine. Especially because now we can all fit because we don't have Phil.
That's true. Alright, sorry. Now it is your turn next.
I would like to reach in to my magic bean pouch and pull out a bean, and I will walk over to the witch, and I will say, ah.
And she's going to clamp her mouth shut because she has seen what you have done to this other woman. So
I will
that's
stuff it up her nose.
Oh, interesting. Okay. You stuff it up her nose. Roll a D100 for me.
35.
All right. If I could find it again, that'd be great. Bag o' beans. It's literally called bag of beans. I love it.
I'm gonna just Google it, just because I want to see what beans do. Out of.
Ooh. Ow. You said 35?
35.
Oh gosh. All right. So, in a very similar fashion to the Salem witch trial, as this bean is stuffed up her nose, it ignites with blue flame that just crawls up inside her, and she just starts screaming in pain and terror. And she goes up in flame, held by the grass.
I'm just gonna look at her and say, you shouldn't have asked for one. Also known as you shouldn't have attacked us. In my mind, those mean the same thing.
She looks.
And then I'm gonna go and pick up Tivril and start walking towards the hut.
Ekman already has him in his arms, but
man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna motion Ekman to the hut.
Yep.
Can I get my sword?
You see. What'd you say, Ro?
Can I get my sword?
Yes.
Cool. Sorry.
There you go. I just didn't hear you. All right. So popping out of initiative order, you all see as she alights. Not quite yet.
Okay.
Alights into this blue flame, and just for funsies, Tip will roll a last death saving throw.
Come on, don't fail me now. You won't believe what I just rolled.
What is it?
A 10.
Yeah. So,
that was my
Tip
last success.
Tibril, you come awake into Ekman's arms, and you feel wet for some reason, and you look up and you see Ekman looking up, and just tears strolling down his face, and you just see a blue light go behind you, and as you're like walking into this red large hut, you hear screams of agony as this hag is being burnt, and then it all suddenly stops as she disappears.
Okay, I was gonna put her out of her misery, so that's fine. Just to stop the screaming.
So like I'm awake. Is he like carrying me like bride style into the hut?
Yes, Ekman is carrying you bridal style. There are tears strolling down his face as he is pulling you into the hut and laying you down softly and just looking at you. And
I'm gonna put my hand on his face like I'll be okay, and then fall asleep.
And he whispers, "That was too close." And he looks up at all of you. Does anyone have things to help with this?
No. I do.
Ugh. And Tomb walks into the hut. All of you are Tavis. You are still on fire.
Oh, I'm gonna run to the hut and start pouring mayonnaise on Tavis.
Okay.
I insist that you either pour water or I'm just gonna get onto the ground and I'm just gonna...
Okay, fine. I'll pour salt water on Tavis.
Alright.
A douse of salt water is poured all over you that kind of goes into your aching burns. Salt in the wound. But you are not on fire anymore. Your clothes are in tatters. And everything falls silent. The giggling of the forest and the crickets come back in as the night slowly dissolves back into silence.
Except for the crackling of forest fire.
And that was this episode of Audio Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and most of all, please share to get out the word so we can share our story with you and keep doing what we're doing. If you have an idea for an NPC, a shop, or even an encounter, please comment down below. You might be seeing any of those in the next session or maybe even the upcoming sessions. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Please stay safe, everyone, and wear those seatbelts.